Welcome to The Explainer, where we dig into the big ideas making headlines. So, all eyes in the tech world are on one thing this week, NVIDIA's GTC conference. People are calling it the AI Super Bowl, and honestly, for good reason. It's where the future gets unveiled, and this year, the CEO himself has promised something, well, truly revolutionary.
But here's the thing you've got to understand. A new chip isn't just about one company getting faster. No way. An announcement like this sets off a massive ripple effect. It can totally reshape entire industries and create a whole new set of winners all along the supply chain. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to follow those ripples. Okay, let's dive right in.
So here's our game plan. We'll kick things off at the main event, GTC itself. Then we'll get to the heart of it, the new tech that's causing all the buzz. And from there, we're going to trace the ripples outward, from memory to networking, and even to the very buildings that house this stuff, to see who really stands to benefit and why. Okay, first things first, let's set the stage. GTC is not just some other tech conference. For the AI industry, this is the epicenter. The announcements made here, they literally set the roadmap for everything, from the design of the chips to the software that runs on them, and even how AI finds its way into the real world through things like robotics. And now for the main event, the stone that's about to drop into the pond. The centerpiece of GTC is the expected announcement of the Rubin GPU platform. You got it. This is the successor to the game-changing Blackwell chip, and it's the catalyst for literally everything else we are about to talk about. So here's the really crucial part. This isn't just about being a little faster. The main goal for Rubin is to make generating AI responses, those tokens of text or data, up to 10 times cheaper. Now, a cost reduction that massive, that's not just a small step forward. It's a leap that could unlock AI for all kinds of brand new applications we haven't even thought of yet.
Think about it. A super fast engine. It needs a totally new kind of fuel, right? And that's where we see the very first, most immediate ripple from Rubin. It's hitting the memory market, because this new platform is going to require a technology called HBM4.
So what the heck is HBM? Well, the easiest way to picture it is like a skyscraper of memory chips built right next to the GPU. Stacking them vertically like that just dramatically cuts down the travel time for data. And the Rubin platform? It's going to be the first one to demand this brand new fourth generation HBM4.
So who wins from this first ripple? Well, as you can see, a pretty clear pecking order is already shaking out. Word on the street is that SK Hynix is positioned to be the leader here, set to grab about 70% of the initial orders. Samsung is the clear challenger, fighting for its piece of the pie. And then you have Micron, who seems to be falling behind on this one, reportedly struggling to meet the incredibly tough technical specs.
Okay, let's follow the next ripple outward. So we've got these incredibly fast chips and memory. What's the new problem? What's the new bottleneck? It's the wires. It's actually the wires connecting them all. In these massive data centers with thousands of GPUs, good old copper wires, they just can't keep up anymore. They generate too much heat and are hitting their speed limits. And this really illustrates the huge shift that's happening. We're moving away from sending electrical signals through copper, and we're moving towards sending signals of light through fiber. This tech, known as silicon photonics or co-packaged optics, is a complete game changer for moving data around. We're talking massive bandwidth with way better efficiency.
Now, this leap from copper to light, it creates a massive opportunity for companies that specialize in these optical interconnects. You're looking at players like Marvell and Broadcom, who are really on the front lines, building what are essentially the data superhighways of the future.
Okay, so we've got the core engine, the high-octane fuel, and now the light-speed highways to connect it all. The ripples are now getting much, much wider. They're starting to enable a really grand vision, something NVIDIA has started calling the AI factory.
So the whole idea here is to scale up, way up, from a single chip to a massive purpose-built facility. You start with one Rubin GPU, then you network thousands of them together into a cluster, and then you build an entire data center around it with all the specialized power and cooling it needs to survive. And bam, just like that, you've created a whole new ecosystem of winners. The ripples are now touching TSMC, the exclusive foundry that actually makes the chip, then server makers like Supermicro and Dell, who build the racks to house them, and power and cooling specialists like Vertiv and Eaton, who keep the whole thing from melting. It even reaches all the way to robotics companies like ABB, the ones who will ultimately use all this AI to do real work in the physical world.
So when all the news from GTC starts to break, what should you really be looking for? What are the key points to focus on? Well, we've broken it all down to one single number.
That's right. There are 4 key themes to watch for.
These are the announcements that are probably going to define the direction of AI development and even investment for the next whole year.
Keep your eyes on these 4 areas. First, the nitty-gritty details of the Rubin GPU. Second, any news about a cheaper chip that's just for running AI models, not training them, that could be huge. Third, how real are these AI factory plans? And finally, is this the moment that optical interconnects officially take over from copper? These are the spots where the biggest ripples are going to start.
The announcements from GTC, they're basically drawing the map for the future. But the real story, the one we'll all be watching, is how these ripples spread out from just a single chip and grow to completely reshape our world. Thanks so much for joining this explainer.